So this one bitch I used to deal with, she's a fucking idiot. Fuck her. Um, yeah, completely disrespect. She's not a good person. But this dummy used to talk about, oh, who do you think you are? Your ego is so large. And when I'm navigating through this world, I get this a lot. People think my ego is big. People think I'm arrogant. People think I'm entitled. People think I'm a narcissist, etc., etc. It's actually a very logical way for me behaving this way. Everybody in this world who's successful has ego. Whether or not they show it is up to them. But everybody in this world who has achieved something above average or extraordinary has an ego. And the only reason you were able to achieve something that other people haven't achieved is because you thought you were better than them people, which is why you exceeded them, and which is why you did something extraordinary. So you have to have ego in this world. You have to have arrogance. You have to be narcissistic in this world to achieve greater ends, to uh, greater things in this world. You have to be arrogant or cocky. Um, So I think I told this bitch like I was the greatest man to ever live, and people like nerds and lames who don't know about positive self-talk can think I'm like trying to impress this bitch, but in reality I'm not trying to impress this bitch at all. It's actually just for my own. It's for my own ends. It's for my own goals. You know, it's for my own mental reinforcement. So I think I said something to her. I said something like that to her, and she's like, "Oh, you can say whatever you want for your own confidence." It's like, bitch, no, I'm not saying this for my own confidence. I'm saying this for my own success. Because I need to really believe in my mind that I'm the greatest to ever lived to achieve the greatest things that no man has achieved. So I was trying to tell this stupid bitch this, and she just couldn't understand. She just kept believing that I was narcissistic or like egocentric or egomaniac, whatever. Um, but yeah, like I previously stated, you need ego in this world. Like the male ego has utility to it. It's useful. You know, you need ego in this world to go to war. You know, you need to believe you're a bad man and go out against other men who think they're bad men and that are ready to kill you. You need arrogance. You need ego to go out and do something like that. You need ego to fight. You need ego to fight. You need ego to be one man fighting against multiple men. You need ego to do these things. You need ego to be successful. You need ego to even try to be successful. You need ego to even attempt to be successful. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at like the schooling system and like the job force and the real power holders in the society, it's mostly women now. So that's just lets you know that we're in a matriarchy. But not only does it let you know that we're in a matriarchy, but it also lets you know that these women nowadays have bigger egos than men. And what does the female ego serve? Like, who does the female ego serve? Nobody except herself, because they're truly self-absorbed, self-obsessed individuals. And I watched this one video of a dude who I won't name, but he was talking about how a woman cannot run a country because they're too selfish. And I think that's true. And I think truly selfish individuals are mentally fucking ill. Like, this is what I believe. Like, people who complain about their traumas too much, people who complain about depression or their past or how their mother didn't love them enough, etc., etc. These are extraordinarily selfish individuals. These are narcissistic individuals. I feel like I sound like a broken record with that word, but it's true. These people cannot get out of themselves. These people cannot be true leaders. These people cannot be truly effective, like in politics. They damn sure can't run a country because they're too self-absorbed. You know what I'm saying? It's like the most self-absorbed people in the world have the most fragile egos. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's mostly like women dominating the job force, or like the more important jobs in the world that pay a higher salary and stuff like that. So it's girls running around with larger egos than men, and it's strange because, as I stated, a man's ego is useful. A woman's ego doesn't serve anybody except herself. Real stuff. And anytime a woman tries to, you got a lot of hater broads with low self-esteem, but anytime a woman tries to, oh, you're too confident, oh, you're too cocky, oh, your ego's too big, what she's subtly or subconsciously communicating is that she doesn't like the fact that you won't be her insubordinate. You know, you won't submit to her ego, because she really wants, what she's also communicating by stating that is that she wants her ego to swallow yours. You know what I'm saying? She wants her ego to dominate. She wants to dominate the relationship, essentially, is what she's saying. She wants to be able to tell you when you can come in the house. She wants to be able to tell your ass to go downstairs and wash the dishes. She wants to be able to tell you that she's about to go on a girls trip and your ass can't go hang out with the guys late at night. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be the dictator in the relationship. She wants to be the head of the household. And that's basically what mostly we're suffering when we deal with females in the society, because a lot of them are raised by dysfunctional parents. You know, most of our parents are dysfunctional. Most of our parents are bad people, and it's an unfortunate thing to come to terms with, but it's true. Like, most people in the society are not good people, you know. And I encourage you, people who are bad people, become a decent person, you know? Like, try to be a decent person. Don't just live your life not growing or expanding yourself as an individual. Like don't do that. But in this in the society, when we're thinking a girl has daddy issues, or it's something, her father wasn't in her life, or we're trying to really get to the nitty gritty of why her personality is broken and why she's such a evil individual, was mostly because she was led in an evil way. You know, she was raised up on evil shit. She was raised up on feminism. She was raised up on men ain't shit. She was raised in a household wherein her mother was dominating and her father was not dominating. Her father was not on top. So of course, when she goes out in this world, that's what she's going to seek, because that's what's comfortable to us. What's comfortable, what's natural to us is what we would rather do, right? Like, if somebody were to disrespect me, it's natural for me to punch them in the face. If somebody were to hit me, it's natural for me to hit their ass back. It's instincts, right? Her instinct is to which is really unfortunate, and it's really like strange, because as a woman, your instinct should be to get with the strongest man you can get. And I'm not even talking about physically, and that's mostly not what I'm talking about when I describe a strong man. I'm not talking about physically. There's a lot of tough guys, there's a lot of buff guys with muscles that are hoes. And I done seen it with my own eyes. I done had niggas twice as big as me terrified of me. A strong man, you might say. But yeah, a lot of them are being raised in a dysfunctional way. Damn, I literally just lost my point. My memory is not good. I gotta do some word puzzles or some shit. I gotta play some chess. But mostly in the society, we're dealing with dysfunctional women because they were raised in a dysfunctional way. Okay, so yeah. So it's strange, because as a woman, your instinct should be to get with the best man you can get, the strongest man you can get, the most honorable man you can get, so you can become a better person off of him. if you weren't already just assuming that you're a bad person, because most women aren't bad people, you should get with a man who's morally better than you, so he can force you to become a better person. But it's interesting because their instincts are incorrectly calibrated. So when she grows up in this broken household, seeing her dad be a groveling, obsequious, weak piece of trash, that's what she seeks, you know. But her nature isn't seeking that, you know, because we grew up in very harsh environments where we had to protect ourselves and we had to protect hoes. I'm talking about men. We had to protect ourselves and we had to protect hoes, and we had to be strong mentally and physically to do that. So in civilized society, they can play like they don't need a strong man or an honorable man or a man who's egocentric or egotistical enough to go kill a man. They can play like that in civilized society. But civilized society isn't as civilized as you think it is, broad. So it's strange like that duality of, you know, wanting a man like Patrick Bradley Jr., but also hating a man